They knew everything about me. They had my ticket, and they were watching me. But my fear was the only thing that saved me. Something felt wrong the moment I walked inside. I went to the check-in desk. The woman behind the desk looked at my ticket. Her face changed. She looked confused, then scared. Then she said one confusing sentence that changed everything. She said, "This ticket is not for you." I looked down at my ticket. The name on it was Sarah Chen, but my name is Amy Wilson. This was very strange. The woman stared at me for a long time. She didn't smile. She looked nervous. Something was wrong. Then she picked up her phone. She spoke very quietly. I couldn't hear the words, but I saw her eyes looking straight at me while she talked. When she put the phone down, her hands were shaking. She said, "Please wait here. Someone will help you." I felt nervous. This was not normal. When people have the wrong ticket, they buy a new one, but this woman acted like I'd done something bad. I sat down and waited. I looked around the airport. Everything looked normal, but I felt like something was wrong. I felt like a ghost in a crowd. The airport felt different now. The bright lights hurt my eyes. The sounds were too loud. People walked past me. No one looked at me. I felt alone. Small. I took out my phone. I wanted to call my sister. But then I got a text message. The sender wasn't a stranger. It was a number I knew best. And the message was from someone who could not send it. It was from my own phone number. This was impossible. My phone was in my hand. The message said, "Do not trust anyone. They are watching you." I dropped my phone. My hands shook so hard I couldn't hold it. My heart was racing. How could I get a message from my own number? I looked around. Who was watching me? Then I saw him. A man in a brown coat, reading a newspaper. But his newspaper wasn't for reading. It was a cover. I could feel his eyes on me. Every time I looked at him, he looked away. I went back to the check-in desk. "I want to buy a new ticket," I said. The woman looked at me and said, "I'm sorry, our system is down. You cannot buy a ticket today." That was a lie. I looked at the computer screen. It was working fine. Other people were buying tickets. "But other people are buying tickets," I said. She replied, "Your address doesn't match our records. We cannot help you." But my address hadn't changed. I'd lived there for 3 years. In that moment, I knew she was lying. I felt scared, angry. Everything felt wrong. She was lying to me, but I didn't know why. She treated me like I was nobody. Like my words didn't matter. Like I was crazy. But I knew I wasn't crazy. I took a deep breath. I had to be strong. My hands made fists. I spoke louder. I know you're lying to me. Then another text. From my own number again. It said, "Find the woman with the black cap. Gate 15. She has answers." I looked around. Everyone seemed to be looking at me. The man in the brown coat was still there, closer now. Security cameras were everywhere, all pointing at me. I walked toward gate 15. My hands were shaking. My throat felt dry. I didn't know what was happening, but I knew I needed her. At gate 15, I looked around. Many people were sitting, waiting. But no one wore a black cap. Then I saw her, sitting alone near the window. A black cap. Long, dark hair. When I saw her face, my heart stopped. It was the most impossible thing I had ever seen. She looked exactly like me, like my twin sister. But I didn't have a twin sister. She looked up and smiled. But her smile was cold, empty. I walked toward her. My legs felt weak. What was happening to me? I stopped in front of her. It was like a mirror, but the reflection wasn't me. I said, "Are you Sarah Chen?" She smiled. "Sarah Chen? No, my name is Amy Wilson." Her voice sounded like mine. This was impossible. I said, "How do you know my name?" She smiled. "I know many things about you. You live on Maple Street. You work at Design Plus Company. You have a sister named Lisa." My hands started shaking. How did she know all these things? "What do you want from me?" I asked. She said, "I want your life." I stepped back. My stomach turned cold. This woman wanted to steal my identity, to become me. Someone had been watching me, following me, learning about me. And I realized I had no private life, no safety. Everyone could see everything about me. But maybe fear wasn't my enemy. Maybe it was my voice, trying to save me. She said, "I've been watching you for months. I copied your voice. I learned about your family. I even got a job at your company." I said, "That's impossible. I would have seen you." She smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. She said, "You work from home most days. You don't go to the office much. It was easy to pretend to be you." I looked around. Where was the man in the brown coat? Where were the security guards? I needed help. Sarah said, "No one will help you. They think I'm you now." A security guard walked up to us. He was big, with a serious face. He said, "Excuse me, ladies. Is there a problem here?" I said, "Yes. This woman is trying to steal my identity." The guard looked at both of us. He looked confused. He looked at my ID. Amy Wilson. He looked at Sarah's fake ID. Amy Wilson. Sarah stayed calm. I was panicking. The guard started to believe the calm one. He said to me, "Ma'am, I need you to come with me." This was it. My fear sharpened my mind. I had to prove who I was. I shouted, "Wait! Ask her a question only I would know. Ask her my sister's husband's name." The guard looked at Sarah. "What's her sister's husband's name?" Sarah froze. She knew Lisa from her research, but not the husband. She guessed, "Michael?" I said, "It's Mark." "His name is Mark. They got married last June. Here's a photo of me at their wedding." I showed my phone. The guard took a deep breath and nodded slowly. He believed me. The real Amy. 2 officers moved in and took Sarah's wrists. They arrested her. But the text from my own number? I asked. And the man in the brown coat? The man in the brown coat walked up. He took out a badge. "FBI," he said. "We've been tracking her for months. She's a professional identity thief. We used a spoof text to warn you without blowing our cover." He looked at me. "Your bad feeling was right all along. You did good." I sat down. My heart was still beating fast, but my body felt different now. The tightness in my chest was gone. My shoulders relaxed. I could finally breathe. The fear was gone. Confidence was here. A new voice replaced the fear in my chest. A voice ready to speak. I realized something important. I was scared because something felt wrong. My fear was trying to protect me. My intuition was right. I learned something powerful that day. My fear wasn't my weakness. It was my inner voice trying to save me. Just like Amy trusted inner feeling, you must trust your English voice. Amy felt scared at the airport. You might feel scared when you speak English. But Amy's fear helped her. Your English fear can help you too. It's your inner voice saying, "Keep going. Practice more. Trust yourself." When you trust that voice, thinking stops. You start speaking naturally. Every time you feel nervous about English, remember Amy's story. That's how you build confidence to respond quickly. Make sure your English voice is heard in real situations. You can talk to a boss. You can ask a question in class. You can make a new friend without worrying. Now I have a challenge for you. Build your English confidence through practice. Start your 7-day shadowing challenge. Watch this video again, right now. Listen to each sentence. Then repeat it exactly, with the same rhythm and emotion. This trains your mouth and mind together. You won't just know words. You'll speak with natural rhythm and confidence. This is your secret weapon for confidence. Help build our learning community. If Amy's story taught you something, share one useful phrase. Which phrase do you feel more confident using now? Share it below. If this story helped your English voice, please hit like. It helps us reach more learners like you. Don't let fear stop your progress. Hit subscribe now to get the next story. You'll build confidence with every story. Coming next, a strange mystery at a hotel. You'll learn detective vocabulary. You'll practice asking questions in English. If you love mysteries, you won't want to miss it. See you next time. Keep trusting your English voice.